Yeah. Ghost, we make him fly like a ghost. If he want talk on the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If he pull out and we spliffed him, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this harm her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck your bob if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Ah, get him. Bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. Hi, I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make 'em out. Promise the heater gon' make 'em out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand I throw.
Hey everybody, hi JJ. How are you, Monica?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. So me and JJ thought we were live. I don't know if you guys could see us. JJ was like, "We're live." I'm like,
"It
"No,
said you're in." It said you're in the show. Everyone can hear and see you. So I thought everyone could hear and see us.
Hey Shay, proud member and CEO of Cindy's Grifters.
Yes,
love it,
girl.
Love
yes.
it. She is
like
not just a member; she is also the CEO and president. Love it. How are you, Shay, my girl? Hey, Wanda Steves, how are you? Hey, Kirsten and Z. Hey, Pale Raven. Hi, my Dina. How are you, my girl? Hey, just Doom B of Chaos. How are you, JJ? Hey, my Peach, my Miranda. How are you, Mom? Miss Cassandra, my naughty girl. How are you? Hey, sassy nerd girl. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Nice to see ya. Hey, Grit. What? Hey, Grace Case. How you doing? Hanging in the bushes. Anybody got a weed whacker? Hey, Michelle B. How are you, this beautiful girl? All right, let's see. Did I get everybody?
No.
What you mean no?
You're missing Steven.
Layla, my girl, my Steven.
Lisa
Crisco. J-Fid, my bodyguard. Hi, Lisa Ann. How are you, beautiful girl? Hi, Thomas. Long time no see. I hope you're well. Oh, happy belated birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, Thomas. I hope you had a great birthday. Okie dokie, I think it did. Oh, no. Happy being me. Hey.
Hey, Happy.
Hey, where's my beautiful face? I like the blue dot, but I like to see the beautiful face. But hi, Happy. How are you? Okay. So, oh, yeah, you got a puppy, Shay. I heard about the little puppy. Oh, yeah. So cute. I want to see pictures.
I bet that puppy was well trained, too, huh?
What? Oh, so cute, so cute. Okay.
I know.
So, yes. Hey, Vera. My girl, Vera. My girl,
happy birthday. Thomas had a birthday. Happy birthday,
on
Thomas.
Monday. I just said that, JJ.
You did? I'm paying attention to chat. I see you.
How the hell you not paying attention to your damn co-host?
This is why. No, I'm your co-host. This is your
no,
channel.
we're each other's
co-host. And listen, I wasn't on your streams for 2 streams now. This is my 3rd one. People actually thought, I kid you not, even though I said I wouldn't be on the one stream and I was modding, and then on the other stream I had plans, but I actually got DMs saying, "What's going on? Are you guys in a fight? Is everything okay?" Yes. I'm like, no.
No way. What? Yeah. Never gonna happen. Never.
No. And if it ever did happen, none of y'all would know about it. Nope. Not that it's, anything bad by telling y'all info, because we're about to spill some info.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
When it comes to friends, some things need to be kept. Like, you don't run to your channel and be like, "Hey guys, guess what? or on your
Yeah.
Twitter.
Nah,
So-and-so
we don't
pissed me
do that.
off.
We don't
They're
do
not
that.
talking to me. But no, there was zero problems. I just had some plans, and not
Mm.
this weekend, but the following weekend. I won't be here Thursday or Sunday either because my daughter's birthday. We're taking her away for her 21st. But
Yeah.
you'll have Cyndi, and maybe she'll find another co-host. So y'all guys are have fun.
Oh, I just do by myself. Nah, but Dom.
That's true too. Yep, you do by
So
yourself.
I don't know if you have an issue with the title of this stream or a particular instance of where you saw this
Right.
happen, but you can definitely come up and say your piece. Let me just get some of my thoughts out, and then
Yeah.
so you can make sure that that's exactly what you're talking about or whatever. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't think it is.
Right.
I think he's thinking it's something different. I think I
Yeah.
know what he's talking about,
Yeah.
and it's definitely not this. So
What the hell? You have an
definitely
issue
not
with
what he's
Dom?
thinking.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Let me turn on my camera. Guys, don't worry about my damn eyelashes. I know they're super long. Listen.
Everybody, ignore everybody you don't like. That's all you got to do.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
cool.
This is too bright. Sorry, I have my ring light on and it's
Look at you, looking
too
so
bright.
pretty again.
Is this better without it? I don't know. It's too
You look
bright. I
so
think.
pretty.
Thank you.
You're
Did
welcome.
you know, I spoke to a few my girls before the stream, and they were like, "Oh, you look so much pretty without makeup." I was like, "Yeah, I'm
You
not gonna
do.
wear makeup." And then,
You do.
bam, this happens. And
I
then,
mean,
bam, this.
the makeup and the technique and the art of it is gorgeous.
Thank
But
you.
as far as you and as far as looks rise and like an everyday or like just getting together, like
Yeah.
you're naturally pretty. You don't
Oh,
need to
thank
do.
you.
You really are. Not everybody is. I'm just being
Thank you. I
honest.
appreciate that. That's very nice.
That sounds bitchy, but I'm just being honest. Not everybody is, but you really look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I wasn't
You're
gonna wear
welcome.
makeup, and then I still have to show you guys the palette I got. Sorry guys. But I used this one. So I got two new palettes. Well, I got three. I got the Lime Crime that a subscriber and a friend named Angie sent me. And then I got, so I thought that this brand was only in New York, but apparently not, because somebody sent me these two. So they sent me two of the Nika K palettes. They make these little small dupes that look like, you know, any of the 9 pan, I don't know, ColourPop or Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and Orvina. So they got me this little one, and I didn't use this one because it was so colorful that I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go OD.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's what. Which one is that?
The
again?
Nika K brand, the beauty supply brand.
Oh, beauty supply, right? That's a pretty palette.
It's
Dang.
and the formula, I love it. I love it. And this is also Nika K. This is another palette I got. So this is the palette I used.
Pretty.
I just used some of the browns, and then I used this shimmer right here, this pinky shimmer. So that's what's on my eyes, and it's beautiful. Guys, if you can, I think maybe Amazon might have Nika K. You guys should try it. You guys should try. I have a whole bunch now, and this palette was $4.99, and this one was $2.99.
That's even cheaper. That's even cheaper than the You Can Be brand, which is also good. I mean, You Can Be, some of their palettes, guys, they beat out.
I really like You Can Be.
A few of my Natasha Denonas, and that I hate to even say that, but it's true. And You Can Be is like cheap, but it's basically almost like a no-name brand, but whoever makes it in China,
I love it.
Beautiful.
I love the shimmers on the You Can Be. So if you guys can find the Nika K, what are you laughing about?
Vera says I'm going to run out and buy 10. Just kidding.
Listen, Vera. She
always has the funniest things to say.
She's like, oh God, makeup. Let me just, stay here for the minute.
Hey, BB from VA. How's it going?
Hi, BB from VA. How are you, sweetie? Good evening, beautiful. So, yeah. So this was the palettes. I have the Lime Crime in my room, but okay, let me explain. Let me explain. So you guys know today's usually our gossip, right? With me get ready with me. We changed it because we gossip, we talk shit. That's us, right? So I already had did the thumbnail, scheduled the live, and then for a couple of days things have been boiling over in my belly, and I finally wanted to talk about it. And what's so funny is that JJ wanted to talk about it, and a few people that were cool with content creator subscribers were upset and wanted to talk about it as well. So that's why I changed the thumbnail and I changed the title, because this is something that is important to me. And when I feel like talking about something on my channel, I'm not going to not talk about it anymore. I've done that in the past. There's been things that I wanted to address, and I didn't address it out of fear of hurting somebody's feelings or stepping on somebody's toes, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to censor myself. I try to be respectful and not get too out of control. But if something bothers me, I'm going to speak about it. Right, JJ?
Yes, exactly. Okay. I completely agree. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry.
Influencer crew member. That's right. That I love that too, Shay. So I'm sorry if I'm not seeing the comments. Wait, where's Jessica? Hi, Jessica. Nice to have you. Oh, you're not late, Mama. We didn't even start the subject yet.
Yeah,
Thank you
no,
for
I'm
being
sorry.
here, Jessica. Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt. My husband just brought me a vanilla shake again with some fries. Yes.
Oh, see, she just has to like rub it
vanilla
in.
Shake and fries. Salty
Damn it.
fries with sweetness, the best.
Do you know that some people
think I'm
dip
weird.
their fries in their milkshake?
I do. I'm one of those some people.
I have to do it this way. Guys, on my monitor, JJ's on this side. But when I see it in the replay, she's on the other side. So I have to point this way. Yeah.
I see you as being where you were pointing to me being.
Yeah, see? So it's weird. When I watch it on the replay,
that is weird.
It's always backwards. Allegedly.
Hey, allegedly.
Girl.
And Michelle B. What's up, Michelle B?
Yeah,
thanks for
say
being
hi to Mama
here.
Michelle B. So, okay.
I dipped those fries in my shake. Yes, J-Fid. Yes, we are.
Oh, J-Fid does it too? I'm going to have to try it then. I'm going to have to try it.
You will be in love, especially if it's like you're feeling hormonal, your time of the month, the salty and sweet. Oh,
that sounds good. That sounds good. Let's see if I can pull off these glasses with these lashes. I'm going to have to do the granny. Sit them on the rim of my nose.
They need to invent glasses that, like, I don't know.
For lashes,
we could have
right?
lashes.
Yeah, damn it. Okay, so I have to put my glasses on, guys, because then I can't see your comments. So you guys know all the streams where I'm like this close to the screen because I can't, my glasses I can actually see, but okay, anyway. So, all right, for those who may not understand, Wendy's, ooh, the Frosties, ooh, they're so good. Anyway, okay, so before we get serious, I also did my nails, changed them, little something. They're a little cute. You can't see it. My ring light is off because my ring light is starting to act up. So I hope you guys can see me well like this. It is what it is. Okay. So what we wanted to talk about, okay? Whew. I looked this up. Yeah, you guys know. Well, for any of my new subscribers, I do have new subscribers. I appreciate you all. You're all welcome. Even if you stay in the bushes, it's safe here. This chat, we don't call people out their name. Opinions are welcome, but we're not gonna talk about people's kids, families. We don't aim for the jugular here, right? Try not to. Call people a few bitches, yes, okay? So you're safe in this chat. I have the best chat, the best subscribers, the best mods. It's really good. So anyway, yeah, this whole stream is trigger warning, guys. The entire stream. Trigger warning. Okay? Yeah. Excuse me. So, so for my new subscribers, you may not know, I am a certified HIV counselor, substance abuse counselor, outreach, and harm reduction. Okay. And I've shared about my personal stuff about my sister that has passed away. My sister had HIV. My sister passed away from complications of AIDS because my sister wasn't adhering to her medication. I've never spoken about my sister's HIV status while my sister was alive. It is illegal to disclose anyone else's HIV status. Now, I am her family. I am her sister. Even if someone is deceased, unless you are their family, a spouse, you cannot disclose someone else's HIV status at all. It is a federal and state crime to disclose someone else's HIV status. That is what we'll be talking about this evening.
Yep.
It's not just immoral to disclose someone else's HIV status, it is illegal. It is a federal crime and it is disgusting. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. There are some people misunderstand and think that it's okay to disclose someone else's HIV status. I mean, they think that it isn't a crime. It is in fact a crime. It is in fact a crime. JJ, anything you want to add before we move forward?
Ooh, you know I always got things to add, girl. You know.
I know.
You already know.
Yes.
I am so disgusted with this. Now, I don't know anyone HIV positive. You know, I've known some people that have passed away from overdose. I have known that. Fortunately, and I thank God, because it easily could have happened to me. It could happen to anybody, and I'm very well aware of that. I've never gotten addicted. When I do have an alcoholic, well, he passed away now, alcoholic father. So I know that that is something, and I know that it is genetic and it can be passed down and all of that. However, that doesn't mean that I think that I'm better than anyone ever. I'm not. We just live different lives. And to hear anyone outing anyone, if you guys know, you might know, you might not, especially if you're in the US, you may know the Brian White story and the little boy, you know, he was in the 90s, it was in the 90s. I think, well, maybe late 80s, when, you know, HIV and AIDS was really bad. He wasn't allowed to go to school. They felt like anything he touched, he would be transmitting it. And even though at that point, they still knew that just because you're sitting next to someone or breathing in the same air, you know, even kissing someone, that you're not going to get HIV. If you don't know that story, I suggest you go back and listen to it. It is absolutely heartbreaking. Ryan did pass away. He was young. He was a hemophiliac. He was just a kid. So he got a blood transfusion and got the HIV. So to hear anyone outing, you know, and I think of all the diseases that are in my family, and HIV isn't one of them. And no, Cyndi is not HIV positive.
No,
She's
I'm
just
not.
a certified counselor. So nobody run with that crap, because she's not. But
because it's been said,
you know,
it's been said, and I'm not that I would be ashamed if I did have it, but I don't put something on me that isn't
true,
for me.
right?
That isn't
Right,
true.
exactly. So she's not, and I wanted to make that clear. But I think of the diseases that are in my family, and they don't have the same sting or the same negative connotation or thoughts that come along with saying HIV. However, I would not be happy. Everyone's information, their health information, should be private.
Yes.
And to treat someone horribly, Tara, Nicole, and out them for being HIV positive is unacceptable. It is. And not only is it morally wrong,
Yeah.
It is illegal in the state of Florida. It is illegal to do that.
It is
Yet
a
you
state.
got
It's
on.
illegal in the United States, actually.
Is
Sorry.
it the whole United States? Okay. Well, the whole United States. I
It's
know Florida. I
against the
know New York.
federal law. It's against the federal law. Guys, I'm
Okay.
gonna put. I'm
Federal
sorry to
law.
cut you off, JJ. Hi,
That's okay.
Cassandra. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? And I wanted to say hi to. Sorry, somebody else that came in. Damn it. Oh, Pamela Barr. Hi. Sorry. Anybody else that comes in, what I'm gonna do is put your name on the screen and I'll wave. I'm sorry for anybody that isn't watching, that is listening. But if you know, I interrupt JJ a lot, and it's probably annoying.
No, it's okay. I talk a lot, so
Yeah,
interrupt
no,
me
but
all
I
you
wanted
want.
to say yes. So I want to preface this by saying this is not to come at Tira. You guys know we don't rock with Tira. But
Nope.
this came out days ago. So if it was just to get at Tira, we would have come out with it days ago. Okay. But it is important to use my platform for important things. And I know the stigma that comes with HIV and AIDS because I've seen it with my sister. I've seen it with clients I had that were deathly afraid to disclose it to people. And now I want to clear this up. Somebody that has HIV, by law, if they know that they have HIV, by law, they have to disclose it to any intimate partners, any partners they are engaging in sexual activity with. They can be prosecuted if they have sex with someone knowing that they have HIV and do not disclose it. That is the difference. If you cohabitate with somebody in the same dwelling, if you work in the same place with somebody that has HIV, they do not have to send out a bulletin to everybody disclosing their status. Another thing, HIV dies in the blood once it hits the air. Do some research, you will see that that is true. Okay, so you can't contract it from a surface like a sink. The virus is eliminated once it hits the air. Now, if it is in a syringe, in an airtight space, you can contract it that way. So I wanted to say that as well. Okay, if you have HIV and you're aware of it, you have to disclose it to any person you are going to be intimate with, have been intimate with. That is also against the law. But you do not have to disclose it to somebody that you're renting a room, you know, your roommates with, that you work with, that you share common spaces with. You do not have to disclose it. And they do not have the right to come on a public platform and disclose your status. JJ, maybe you could talk about some reasons why you shouldn't do that, and then I will elaborate.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just the stigma, basically. You know, you have no right to put that on someone else. You have no right to out someone. You know, even my daughter is a diabetic. She looks somewhat like a robot with all the electronics she has on her body. However, you know, she doesn't want to feel different. She just doesn't. She just wants to be in her age group and has since she was diagnosed at 13. But there isn't the stigma that comes along with HIV. So I can't even imagine.
Yes.
And I just want to say to anyone who thinks, oh, well, you know, she just put out a video, didn't say the person's name, it's not a big deal.
It is a big deal.
False.
It is a big deal.
Let me tell you why. Because there were people that were able to use keywords and figure out exactly who it is.
Yes.
The man.
Yes.
So you're wrong, Tara. You're wrong. And don't deny that you did, because we have all the proof, just like you like to deny that you left the internet. 1 minute you left it, 1 minute you're swearing you didn't, and then again you're like, they were so horrible, I left it. And then when they call you out for leaving it, you're like, nope, I didn't leave. What are you talking about? So,
Yes.
I mean, no, we're not going to play that game. You did, and we have the proof. It's disgusting. Listen, I didn't ask for it. Like I said, I don't Google people, but I know where it is, who it is, and that is fucked up. And that's why we're not playing clips right now. or showing what she has put on her community tab or the videos that she has done, because we do not want to put it on this channel to pick apart where people are not dumb and could just key in a few things and figure out who it is. How dare you? How dare you? That's disgusting. And it's not only just Cyndi and I saying it's disgusting or people in the chat. The law says it's disgusting. The law. So you better hope and pray that this man is not the evil person that you make him out to be, because he could really harm you, girl. He could if he wanted to with going to the law. So if I were you, when it comes to the HIV status, I would shut my fucking mouth. That's not okay. You don't treat people like that. I can have somebody HIV come and live in my house. Do you think I'm going to be afraid? I'm educated. I know already. Breathing the same air does not mean you will catch that.
Right.
It doesn't. Why treat someone different and be so angry that you want to kill him and bury him in the garden? Excuse me, ma'am? Excuse me?
Yes, you're right.
That's horrible. Horrible to say. And I know that she's going through some shit, but, you know, then again, when isn't she? That's called life. I'm going through shit. Cyndi's going through shit. Everybody in chat's going through shit. You know, would we know that? No. We look at people and usually on social media, you're seeing like the highlight reels, right? Like the highlights of their life. Look at me, I'm here. Look at me, I'm there.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people don't share the bad. Whereas Cyndi came on, as we all know, last week and was brave enough to talk about some things that are really going on, and that made others feel comfortable enough to talk about what they're going through or saying that they're going through something very similar. And honestly, I was crying enough in tears. I'm not a big baby, I'm not, but I was crying enough, tears coming down just hearing Cyndi talk about it, because it breaks my heart. I hate seeing her upset. But then reading the comments, you know, that were going through chat and the comments that go in the comment section, it just like, you know, like waterfalls just going out, because you can see that all people, us as humans, are going through something. And it's not right to out someone's personal information that they don't out themselves. How would you feel, Cyndi, if somebody got up on their platform and said, Cyndi, this and this and this, she's going through this at home, and her husband this and her husband that, and outed that when you didn't?
You're right.
Not right.
I would feel devastated. I would feel devastated.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would have to like be throwing some bows or something. I don't know. My little string being ass trying to elbow somebody. Knock them out, because it's wrong. Like it's wrong. And when are people just going to do I get it, like a little drama here, a little drama there. I can't stand you, bitch, you can't stand me, whatever. That's fine, that's all fine. But when you get on a public platform and you give enough fucking hints that the people can find the ad
Yes.
to the home.
And I saw that. JJ's not lying. People were able to find the ad of the person that she was speaking about and saw the entire ad, their address, everything, just by what she said in her video.
How much they were going to charge for the room, all of that. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, you know.
No.
And I'm not gonna call Tira a liar when it comes to all the shit she said. I have my own beliefs when it comes to, you know, did she or did she not? Was she really being videoed in the room while she was getting undressed and all that? I don't know. I don't know. But she put that out in public, and I hope not to. I do. But if I'm being completely honest with you, in the back of my mind, I say, what's going on here? Like, it's like one thing after.
In the ad, they did say that they had security cameras.
The
person did say it was disclosed in the ad that the person does have security cameras. So
Yes.
I don't think a person that discloses in their ad that they have security cameras, I hope they wouldn't put cameras in somebody's bedroom. I hope not. But
No, but if that happened, and if say you or I were to do a video on that, right? We're
right,
gonna do an edited video, or
right.
even a live. What if we show like pictures of the cameras and like show proof that this happened? And I'm not saying do it now, because now water under the fucking bridge. You could put a camera in any bedroom and be like, look, see. I'm just a little skeptical. It's like the boy who cried wolf. And like I said, Cyndi and I were like the devil and the angel on your shoulder, like I'm the little devil, and Cyndi, of course, the little angel, because she's so sweet. Me, I say exactly what I'm thinking. And for me, it just seems like something's off. Something seems weird. But regardless, you can have all the feelings you want about this man, but to out him is unacceptable. Unacceptable. If you want to move away because this man, and you're so mad and you want to punch him or whatever, and you're going to do whatever you're going to do, and the last time you tried to hit a man, it didn't work out because you lost your front tooth, whatever the case. I mean, I'm not lying, guys. This is all shit she said. I'm not saying stuff that's not true. Listen, I got the proof, okay? Because I'm not stupid enough anymore that I'm just going to say things so that way someone can delete it, and then I look like a fool when it's
Right.
like, okay, where's the proof? Because I used to never be that way, and I'm still pretty much not that
Yeah.
way. I still
Yeah.
try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not looking to screenshot my friends' conversations.
No,
That's weird to
that's
me.
not a
It's
thing, right?
weird.
Yeah.
But when somebody lies consistently, like they'll say that they didn't say something when they said it the day before. I mean, I've learned by now, you got to have your proof. You
Yeah.
have to. And
Yeah.
I'm sad. I am sad for this man, and I am sad for anyone who has the status. Do you think that people actually went out there and were like, damn, let me get some HIV today? Let me go find it. I mean, that doesn't happen that way.
Right.
So to further harm and victimize, because no matter what you want to think, HIV it's the fucking devil, man. Even if it's not a death sentence right now, and I'm sure Cyndi can tell us more about how you technically don't have HIV, or you don't have the AIDS while you're taking some medication. It can't even be detected.
Yes.
That's what I was told. Cyndi told me that.
Yes.
So, and of course I looked it up, and that is true. But go ahead, Cyndi. You can explain that a little more.
So I just wanted to show you this. Sorry. Disclosing another person's HIV status out of spite or whatever, out of whatever, anger, whatever, right? The answer, depending on the state where you live, and Florida is one of those states where it is illegal. Just wanted to put that out there first. I did look it up. JJ did look it up. A few other people looked it up. It is against the law in Florida. So,
Yes.
depending on the state where you live, disclosure of someone's HIV status without permission may be illegal. In the early days of the AIDS epidemic, many states recognized that the risk of disclosure of private HIV-related information could keep people from getting tested or treated. So these states developed HIV confidentiality laws, HIPAA laws, which impose penalties for disclosure of a person's HIV status without consent. HIPAA, the federal health privacy law, also prohibits disclosure of health information without permission. If your status has been shared on social media without your permission, contact the site administrator and request that the information be removed. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I wanted to put that because I didn't want to just say it and, not.
Hello? 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 Hello?
it didn't cut off. Guys, can you hear me? My Wi-Fi. Sorry about that. It's fucking Wi-Fi. Sorry.
That was
Sorry,
me.
guys.
Was
My
it me?
Wi-Fi.
Was it you?
No, it was me too. It was both of us at the
Oh,
same
okay.
time. That's
Okay.
what.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, Mama T, I hope that you're well. I hope your son is well.
Yes. Is Mama T here?
Yes.
Oh, she is. Mama T. Oh my God. I've been praying for your son and I've been praying for you. Because I know as a mama, you know, we need strength when our babies are trying to get well. So definitely praying for you, sharing, you know, and
Yes.
guys, if
Yes.
you could donate any amount, Mama T would never ask.
She wouldn't
Ever.
ask.
She's
She
never
wouldn't.
asked a thing. She's
Nope.
modded for people, never gets
Yep.
money, never gets nothing,
Nope.
and is always
Nope.
there.
Yep.
And has moderated chats for probably all of us that are in here.
Yep.
And anything that you give, she has earned. So I don't
Yes.
even look at it as a donation. I look at it as, you know, this is someone that makes it to where we're able to go into chats pretty much safely.
Yes.
The ones that Mama T are in. So
Yes.
yeah, if you can, any amount, you know, $5, $1, whatever you could do.
Yes.
We shared it on our
it's
Twitter.
I'll reshare it, but it's on my community tab as well.
Yeah.
But I'll reshare it again so that it can, you don't got to go through all of my posts to find it, because it's very important. And yeah.
Yeah, so we love you. Just know
Yes.
that. And we're praying for him. And honestly, until you shared that picture, I had no idea. And until you told me how it was, I thought like you get in a car accident, kind of like a fender bender or something, so you got to take care of it. So you couldn't be in chat that day or whatever. It's like, okay, whatever. You know, I had no idea that he was as hurt as he is. And honestly, my blessings, my heart, everything, prayers are with you and your family.
Yes. And right, if he did do that, he should be reported, because that means any potential tenant can be at risk. You can't just always think about yourself. It's important to think about other people. Again, it's not to dog her, because we do share subscribers, and I don't want anyone to feel like, you know what I mean, awkward.
Yeah.
But this is not just a petty thing. This is serious. I know the stigma that still surrounds HIV and AIDS. I know it all too well. You know, my sister had to deal with it, and that was decades ago that my sister contracted it. She contracted it very young, as a teenager. And it was way different back then. The education wasn't available. Now there's so much education. And I understand some people are ignorant, some people still are afraid. But if you do your research and you educate yourself, you'll see that there's really no risk of someone else. There's really no risk to you. You can't catch it by touching the same surfaces. You know what I mean? You can't. You can't catch it by common places. Now, if you're sexually active with someone and you're worried, then get tested and be safe. You know, but it's so harmful to this man, because any potential tenants, this man's status is out there, and it was easy for people to find. JJ isn't lying. I saw it. The ad, I saw the ad myself, and it wasn't somebody looking out of malice. It was so simple for somebody to find.
Yeah, and look at
okay.
Shay, Cyndi. Look at Shay. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but look at Shay. She said the same thing. You know, this man is in his 60s. So it was easy by the shit she was saying to figure out who it was. And that's wrong. That is wrong. What if it was a health condition that you had? You know what? If you want to leave because you're upset that this man did not disclose this to you, even though you're not sleeping with him, I don't get it, you know, like you're not sleeping. I don't understand that. But regardless, if you were upset about that, then go ahead and leave and move out if you want. But don't come online and divulge this shit for the entire public to hear. And people are not dumb. They're not.
No.
if very well-meaning people that would never do anything are able to figure this out, what do you think would happen if somebody who is not meaning well is either upset over or homophobia or addiction or whatever, because people
Yes.
always think the worst when it comes
Yes.
to HIV.
They
They
do.
don't think it
They
could
do.
be from a drug or a blood transfusion. They
Right.
don't. They think, oh, this person's trash. They were doing the worst. You know, who cares what they did? I'm going to put it online right now that this person has a. How dare you?
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing, guys. Oh, thank you, Dina, for sharing that. Mama T, seriously, she's amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, guys, it's some people said, you know, even if it wasn't illegal, she shouldn't morally, you shouldn't do that either. You know what I mean? And like Dina said, okay, if he's a complete asshole, then okay. No, we don't know if he's a complete asshole, but
We
that
don't.
has nothing to do with outing his status. Honestly, that had nothing to do with it. Now, if you're afraid, you didn't want to live there because of your own biases, that's something you have to deal with on your own. Get educated, don't get educated, however you want to live, but putting it out there put this man in harm's way. And it just further pushes the stigma that people with HIV are contagious, you know, sneeze around them, oh my God. And we've already been through COVID where that fear of contagion was at an all-time high, right? Everybody was scared to death to touch any surfaces. Now that was contagious, you know, air, all that shit. We have to be aware. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't out somebody's HIV status. You cannot do
No.
that morally
And like
and legally. You can't.
And like Dina's saying, she lives in a small Florida town, she has said herself.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, around these parts, people can still very much be ignorant and can still put him in a lot of danger, and that's a fact.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, these small
Yes.
towns, I can't even tell you about these small towns in the South. I can go on all day. We have what's called, and I hate this, and I hate that it's called that. And I even told my kids, I'm like, we're not calling it that. All right, we're not. It's just the beautiful oak tree in where we live. That's what I call it.
Right.
Well, in front of the courthouse, there's a beautiful tree, and that tree was used for hanging. Okay, so there
Oh,
are,
what?
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There are pictures of it in history and everything. And it's exactly, we still have the old courthouse, and they built onto it to be considered the new courthouse because there are a lot of people here in this town now. It's not like that, but it has those roots, you know, pun not intended. It has those roots where we know what happened. And these small towns, they know everybody, they talk to everybody, there's no like big chain restaurants, like even a McDonald's. Sometimes it's usually hole in the walls and people talk. That's the way it goes. People talk. Unfortunately, we're in the South. It's the way it is. People are less tolerant, much less tolerant. And it bothers me a lot. When I heard that, it automatically, I'm like, oh my God, no. We are not outing this man for having this disease. It's
But I
awful.
looked it up as well, and you can be held liable civilly. You know that, right? Give me
Yes.
my phone real quick.
Yes. He can sue if he wanted to. What the fuck he'd get out of her, I don't know. But he could sue.
Yes.
Definitely. Because, like we said, it's illegal. It's illegal. Okay? Not just civilly. Can it be tried criminally too? I thought it could.
No, it can
Criminally.
be. Yes, of
Oh,
course.
it can.
But
Okay,
I'm
I'm
saying
like, wait.
the person whose information you outed, they can sue you civilly as well. Besides the state having a criminal case against you, the person can, you can be held in a civil lawsuit as well.
And it bothered me a lot too. Just even getting away from the HIV conversation for a second, it really bothered me that when you came up and expressed many months ago, how you were having
a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago, right? It was probably that long that
in October it'll be a year. Yeah.
Yes, you were having a difficult time, and you needed some groceries, and some people helped you out, and that was great. You were honest. I've met Cyndi. She's not lying to you people. She's not. I've met her in real life, not just here. So she's
JJ,
being honest.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. 1 second, please hold it down for 1 second.
Of course, I got a lot to say always. Yeah, so Cyndi wasn't lying. And what bothers me is that I'm seeing this happen more and more. The people that accuse others of grifting, that make fun of them for needing a little bit of help, are now coming out and wanting to drop Amazon wish list, and asking for donations. I mean, how do you have that big of a lack of self-awareness? How do you, me, when I'm being an asshole, right? Or I do wrong, I'm like, really, Jay? That was kind of fucked up. You probably shouldn't have said that. And usually it happens within a few minutes of me saying something. Not it doesn't need to be pointed out to me. As long as I have all the information, it doesn't need to be pointed out. I'm very well aware that I made a mistake and that I'm being a hypocrite or whatever. But if you are going to make fun of someone like Cyndi for needing food, you have the fucking balls to get on your channel or community page and put a link to give you donations. You're a whole new breed of unself-awareness. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. You make fun of people's mental health and you say that it shouldn't be a shield, yet that's what you're using right now. You're saying you're going impatient or whatever. And this is not like secondhand, third hand, fourth hand information. This is on a community page right now.
Yes.
Right now on a community tab saying going impatient, blah, 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 blah.
JJ?
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
here.
No, you're cutting out. Sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, ma'am, what in the entire fuck? What makes you think, whether you want to think this or not, it's still entirely gaslighting, because it says to people, you're not important enough to struggle and get help, but I am. That's what it says.
Yeah.
So either you stop making fun of people that may need some help, or don't ask for help. That's it.
Yeah, because I honestly, listen, I wish her the best. If she has to go in to a facility, I honestly wish her the best. I don't care if people ask for help. That's not my business. You know what I mean? I just think that it's weird in a fucked up way that so many people had something to say about me when people were generous to me. And the only reason it came out was because I came and I thanked people.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to say a word publicly, but I felt like people that were kind to me and generous to me deserved the thank you publicly. I was so happy that they had done that for me. Like, that meant a lot to me. And because I thanked people, it was talked about and all this stuff. And I've never done that. I've never made a video downing somebody for needing help or for getting donations or for having a birthday wish list or all this stuff. Listen to me. If you have subscribers, you have people that want to do these things and are generous to you, that's a blessing. But when you're always shining a light on somebody else, I don't do that, guys. I've never done that and
No.
come in and been like, oh, bitch, asking for this and this. Ha, ha, ha. I've never done that. And I'll never do that because I know that everybody can be in need at one point in time. And I'm not trying
Exactly.
to dog her out in her right now, but it's dangerous what was done to this man. It was dangerous. And like we said, guys, we have the proof. Listen, I've never come up here and lied. I've never come
Nope.
up here and lied.
Mm-mm.
I've
Nope.
seen it with my own eyes. The ad, this man's ad, his beautiful garden. He has a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
His ad was
Beautiful
a beautiful
garden,
thing.
beautiful porch, beautiful
Yeah.
dog. It included everything for $575 a month. I'm like, shit, where do I sign up? I need to move out my house and go
Yeah.
to this guy's. I mean, it's got a garden, everything. Maybe I'll take my husband and my kids. We'll pay a little more. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. It just
I would love that. That
honestly,
kind of rent. Shit. Man, Lord have
right?
mercy. Pay
Exactly. What do you pay?
$2,000 for my
$575.
closet.
High speed. Yeah, it said high speed internet included all the utilities. It was just a beautiful, well written ad. And unfortunately, Tira, asshole, gave everybody just enough information that if they want to find this man, they could, and they did.
Yeah.
So, girl, you are wrong. You are fucking wrong for that. And I don't care how mad you are at this man for not disclose. First, it was the whole he didn't disclose that, and she was furious. And then
Yes.
it was he lays on his couch all
Yes,
the
girl.
time. Maybe he didn't fucking feel good. And if you don't want a dude laying on the couch, go to work, make some money, and get your own fucking place. How's that? Because that man owns that place. So if he wants to lay on the couch 24 hours a day and have food delivered to him so he don't have to get up, that's none of your business. Then it was, he's following me around. I can't do my videos. The internet isn't good. It's too far away to walk to everything because I don't have a car. Bitch, he didn't pick up his house and move it way further. You knew that when you decided to rent to him.
Yeah.
I don't understand from him. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand that. Oh, here, sir, here's my deposit, whatever, first, last month, security. Oh, a week later? Oh shit, nope. Them fucking stores, they moved away. They just, I don't know. Somebody moved them miles away. So now I can't walk there. What
Right.
the fuck? Like, how are you gonna complain about that? How are you gonna complain? And then it was he had video cameras in my room recording me getting undressed. He says in his ad that he has video cameras for security purposes.
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't mean in your room that you're getting, I mean, are you getting undressed on the fucking porch? And I hate to say to women that, like, I don't believe you, because usually I do. I know what that's like.
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
horrible. And I hope that wasn't the case.
And I pray to
that
God,
wasn't the case,
yes.
right.
And I pray to God that wasn't the case, regardless,
But
even
if
if
it
that
was,
was
he
the
needs to
case.
prosecute. He needs to be prosecuted for that. But
Exactly.
one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It really
Correct.
doesn't. That didn't
Yes.
need to be out there at all. That and for me, it's just a justification, or being used as a justification, and it's not okay because someone's HIV status being used against them is not a gotcha. It's not a haha. It's not a heh. It's
No.
not one of those. Like I said, it's hit close to home for me. My sister, I remember how my sister was treated, and not only that, because of my sister, I wanted to help people with HIV, and I got certified to help people with HIV. And I know how it torments people, the fear of death, the medications that they'll be on for the rest of their lives. And not everybody got it through drugs. Not everybody got it being careless, you know, because some people, they got it because they were using drugs or having unprotected sex. That is not the case. That is not the case for everyone. We all know blood transfusions, many different instances where people contracted HIV. And even if they did catch it through sex or drug use. Who are we to look down on anyone else? I keep it on me. I would never look down on anybody for that. Never.
Never,
And,
never. I could never
Mr. Sandra,
imagine.
it was a room in a house. He was renting out a
Yeah.
room in his
Room.
house. So that's what it was, a room. And I just think that we become too entitled, and we need to keep it in perspective, especially if you come here and you say your personal information should not be made content, but yet you're making somebody who's not even on a public platform their most intimate medical information part of your content. And it
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
sure the guy
education.
isn't like super excited over the fact that he's HIV positive. I mean, give me a
course
break. And like
not.
Dina just said, from what she said in her video, he disclosed his status during a friendly conversation between the two of them, and he shared how he contracted HIV, so his boyfriend chose to leave him.
Oh my God. So wait, he shared it with her, opening up to her?
I guess so. That's
So
what
he
it seems
did
like.
disclose it to her.
Yeah,
What-
no,
what
he
was-
did. Definitely. He did. He disclosed it.
And he didn't have to disclose it to her, but he did. He's not in a sexual relationship with her. So he's
Right.
by law under no obligation to share with her, because somebody rents a room in your house, or you're roommates with somebody, or live in the same house with somebody, does not mean you have to disclose anything to them. Guys, if you don't believe me, look it up for yourselves. That is private medical information. You're not even under obligation to a doctor. Can't share your freaking information with anybody. Like seriously, they can't share your HIV status with anyone. So you think that somebody that you're a roommate with or whatever, or you're renting to, has the right to disclose your fucking HIV status? They do not. This man, in a moment of opening up to somebody, I guess maybe he felt that just fucked me up right there.
Yeah,
That just fucked me up. She didn't even find out some other way. He told her himself.
Yeah, no. I've always
That's
known that.
betrayal. That's betrayal.
Yeah, I knew that he told her. I knew that. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It wasn't like she was snooping around and looking at anything. No, he told her. So it's fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she
that
said
just
it in a
pissed me
video.
off. That just upset me.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking shared it with her, and it was made content on YouTube.
Yeah, that was content, you know. And what shocks me is if this man was recording you in your room, which again, I'm going to say, I don't believe, however, don't take me as fact by any means. This is just my opinion. I don't believe it because I've caught her lying a million times. And something seemed off when she said it. And then when it continued on and on and on and on, you know, what the things that she was saying about this man. But she said that after everything else, and I guess she wasn't getting a whole lot of, because she put, I don't know if it was a GoFundMe or a link to donations, like her Cash App or something. I'm not sure, but she definitely did and was trying to raise $1,000 after shaming Cyndi for needing a few bucks for food. Fuck you. This is karma. And I hate, like, I say it all the time, I'm a Christian, and I don't want nobody to be homeless, and I don't want Tara to be homeless. But you cannot continue to hurt people and go after them. She went after Dina for her mental health. Now she's got this whole fucking, which she calls, if you do more than 2 sentences, it's a novel. So what she calls, or would be considered a novel, on her community page, talking about going to an inpatient treatment facility, but then talks about living in a storage facility. Man,
but we talk about emotional manipulation, right?
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And for anybody who's upset that we're talking about her this entire video, this entire live, I didn't know. I don't watch her, guys. And when I say that, I mean it. it was brought to me. Somebody asked me, you know, I'm never out people who DM me, you know, is this against the law? You know, sharing somebody's status. And I was like, huh?
It
Who
is.
did that?
Mhm.
What? And then I was given more information. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's illegal. It's immoral, it's illegal. And I got more and more information sent to me because people know that this is what I talk about on my channel, that I don't come here and blow smoke up people's asses and act like I'm a professional on YouTube. This is shit that I do in real life. I talk about things here to try to help stop the stigma of HIV, of addiction, all these things. But I don't play a doctor on TV. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being sarcastic. I do this shit in real life. I don't play an HIV counselor or drug counselor on TV. This is what I do in real life, man. So if I don't come here and talk about this, what good am I doing on this platform? That's fucking illegal. For anybody else that may want to do this, may want to get on their platform and out somebody else's HIV status, medical issues, it's fucking against the law. It's immoral. It's shitty as hell. It's shitty as hell, but it's also illegal.
Right. Right. And to say that you want to kill the man and bury him in the garden, because in his ad, he said, you know, gardening, going on hikes, basically everything's included. He just
wanted a nice roommate. That's all
he wanted a nice
roommate.
He wanted a nice roommate that could open the door, you know, at lunchtime to make sure his dog went out. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, I could say so much, but I won't, because this is a public platform.
JJ, sometimes on paper, people could seem nice. And then when you meet them,
they're
different. I get that too. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And
I get it. I get it, because not everybody is who they appear to be. But I don't know, man. It's you cried wolf too many times.
Exactly. And Dina said the only reasons you have to disclose in Florida is if you are a sex worker in a relationship, or there was an accidental exchange of fluids, or if you're trying to go and donate blood.
Yeah.
These things. You know what I mean? If you're putting somebody else at risk, you have to disclose it. You can't go and give blood knowing that you're HIV positive. Of course not. And if you're having unprotected sex regardless with anybody, whether it's safer sex or, because there's no safe sex, it's safer and unprotected. So that's when you have to disclose by law. You do not have to disclose to somebody, a roommate. You don't. You're not legally obligated to do that because you're not putting them at risk. You're not. And now with the stigma, look what happened. I wouldn't disclose if I was somebody that had HIV. I wouldn't.
No. The way she talked about,
passed away.
The way she talked about him is not like he's a second or third class citizen, like as if he was a bug. And she was so mad to find this out. Well, if he didn't tell you, you wouldn't have known. And you had no risk anyway, because you were not like swapping fluid. So I'm very confused. It seems spiteful. And I'm sorry, Tira, but people found out who it was. And you better pray to fucking God that nobody lets this man know that you did this. Because it's awful. Awful. Like, oh, it makes me so upset. It does. And I know it probably shouldn't, but it does. It makes me so fucking upset. Like, who do you think you are? You don't want to live there? You don't want to deal with anybody else's shit?
That's fine.
Get a fucking job. And work and you move yourself on. But don't come on this platform and talk about a man and dog him out when you don't even really know the guy. You're mad at him for laying on a couch that belongs to him.
Yeah. I
don't get it. I don't.
I'm sorry, and I missed Fun and Fab, 50 Shades of Blue. Hi Sherry. I'm sorry. I didn't want to
50 Shades.
You know, be rude and not say hi. But I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just get so worked up. I just get so worked up. And guys, I know 50 videos are gonna be made about this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I honestly don't care anymore.
No, why would we care? Well, how are you gonna defend that?
No, but if we talk about you, you have every right to respond. But please don't respond with puta sucia or you're fucking bitch. And come with some things that we said that are wrong. Tell me what I said here
Unless
that was
you are
wrong,
Puerto
please.
Rican, unless you live in a Latin country, do not come to me with no names.
No,
Don't.
no, I'm being
Don't put
sarcastic.
on
Don't you fucking call me no puta sucia.
don't put on like the
Fucking
Spanish
call me that.
accent or a Puerto Rican accent. Like, we're not gonna have it. You've done it already, and we haven't come for you hard. So just stop that bullshit. You call me what you want to call me, but what you did, bitch, is wrong. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. And I don't see how anybody would share a link or a GoFundMe or needing money or anything with as much as you have shamed people for coming on a platform and needing a little bit of help, either financially or even mentally when they've come on. Remember, you can't use that as a fucking weapon. Then why are you telling everybody you're about to go inpatient? Your little link there to collect money.
I was muted this whole time. Thank you, Layla. Thank you for posting that. I'm so glad you posted that. And I agree with you, Dina.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, even if we give her the benefit that this guy had a camera on her, then she should have taken pictures of it and reported it immediately. But she wants to
Yes.
call the police about his HIV for him not having disclosed it when she said he
Yep.
disclosed it. So how do you call
Yep.
them and say he didn't disclose it? And you have no
Well,
grounds for him to get in trouble unless you were in a sexual relationship with him. So I don't
what
understand
I'm
what she
thinking
thinks
is
can happen.
what I'm thinking is the scenario was she didn't know it when she was moving in,
Of
and
course
then
not.
being there they were talking and he disclosed it, and now she's acting like he was like, I don't know, the hillside strangler or something because he's got HIV. I mean, oh,
And we
Christ
need to
almighty. I
stop
mean,
that stigma, guys. Think about it. If it was somebody you loved, somebody
yeah.
you knew, you have to think of it that way. It's not warranted to out somebody. It's not okay.
Kids are born with HIV.
Yes.
They're born
Yes.
HIV positive.
Yes.
Babies. Is it their fault? Should we be shaming them? Should we be looking at them like if we're breathing the same air, we're about to die?
They're not
Stop
lepers.
it.
They shouldn't be placed in a separate colony on Ward's Island. Like, that's not a thing anymore. Please, education is important. If anybody has any questions about anything I've said and you guys think it's wrong, you can email me. You're always free to share your opinions. But it's not okay, and I don't care what anybody says. In my opinion, you're morally bankrupt when you have
Yeah.
to say that about somebody, and you can be held civilly and criminally. Definitely. In Florida, definitely. It varies
Right.
by state. Most of the states do have that you can be prosecuted federally and by the state. So don't do it. If you want to get at somebody online, don't use HIV as a means to do that. Don't use any of their medical ailments as a way to do that, because it can be taken way out of YouTube. It's not YouTube.
Oh,
This is not the place for that shit. It's
no,
really not.
it's not.
It's
It's
unacceptable. I
not.
don't give a fuck.
It's horrible.
Yes,
And
exactly.
people, 50 Shades says, my uncle who was a lawyer died of AIDS. Yes, he was gay. Education is the key. Absolutely. One of my favorite all-time
So sorry
movies,
about
swear
that.
to God,
For
like probably in the top 3, Philadelphia with Tom Hanks. Probably one of my
yes.
favorite movies. And that was a true story. It's just the names were different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a true story. I mean, he lost his job and everything because he was
Yeah.
HIV positive. I
Yes, he
mean,
did.
how horrible. That
Yes, he
that
did.
movie was so well done. I cried throughout the whole fucking thing. If you never seen it or haven't seen it in a long time,
Thank you.
and
Thank
you
you.
can't handle things like very sad, or don't watch it. But if you can, go ahead and watch it again because it's a fantastic movie and it shows the ignorance and discrimination.
Yes. Yes. And that people still deal with to this day
Yes.
Hello, we keep seeing examples of this. And Shay, he didn't disclose it until a couple of weeks in. And now do we understand why? He wanted to get comfortable with her, get to know her before he shared it. And it still bit him in the ass, man. And it's in the worst way possible, because it was brought to a public platform where she has almost 3,000 fucking subscribers. What do you think?
Yeah.
Why people don't want to go get tested, right? People don't want to get tested now because things like this, because the stigma, they don't want to, and we're just furthering it on public platforms where we have a moral obligation and a legal obligation in this case. Usually I'm talking about moral obligations, and I'm not the moral police. I come in, I put my foot in my mouth once a week, every Thursday.
We give our opinions. We give our opinions.
But I
That's it.
wouldn't do any of these things to people, JJ. I could not.
No, you wouldn't, and I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either, and I also wouldn't treat the guy like he is about to like kill me any second just because he's HIV, which is managed by medication to where HIV isn't even detected. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? Putting somebody's life in danger, the way that they're treated in danger because you want to make a YouTube video and complain? Come with some real complaints. And it better not be that the man lays on his fucking couch. It's his house. He pays the mortgage.
Before you moved in, you were renting a room. It's his house. You expect him to stay locked in his room? Like, I don't understand. That's part of having a roommate. Shared spaces. That's why I don't want to have a roommate. I don't want to have a roommate with a stranger, especially not having a son, because I don't want to share spaces. But you have to be aware of your boundaries and your limitations and what your budget can afford. Sometimes you have to make exceptions when your budget can't afford an entire apartment, you know, and I'm sorry, but that's just life. It sucks, but that's just life. But I don't think that there's a man that deserves that.
Renting rooms works out. It just seems like she's angry.
Wait, I need my phone.
More or less that she, the place, she doesn't have a vehicle, so the place that she chose to rent doesn't have like a store or whatever she needs nearby that she can walk to. Well, you know that when you're renting from someone, you may not even like the guy, and who cares? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Just go to your room, do your business, live your life, but you can't expect to have an apartment atmosphere if you're renting a room from someone.
Right.
You cannot.
There was a time when I rented a room, JJ, and I didn't particularly like the people that there was an apartment, and there was I had 3 other roommates. I didn't particularly like the people that I was sharing the apartment with, but I would go into my room, come out of work, go into my room, go in the bathroom, take a shower, go in the kitchen, cook my food, and go in my room. You know, it was not my apartment, so I couldn't tell them, get the fuck out. It was their apartment. I had to understand that I was renting a room in their apartment. So I stayed in my damn room, you know?
Right, and that's I mean,
JJ, I can't hear you. I don't
know.
Hello?
Yeah. You hear me?
There you go. I can hear you now.
You hear me now? Okay. Sorry. I was getting a phone call.
Wait.
Where were we at? I don't even know where the fuck we at. I'm not sure what I was saying, but let's see.
Again,
okay, Mama
hi,
T.
Terry Lynn. Hi, Terry Lynn.
Terry Lynn's here. Terry Lynn's in the house. We love you, girl.
And again, I'm sorry to anyone that is also subscribed to Tara here. I swear that I didn't want this to be a hateful stream, but I wanted to share our opinions about it because it really hurt my heart. It really hurt my heart. And I know people that have been targeted, harmed, beat up, and even worse because someone else found out their HIV status and the person wasn't even put at risk. But because these people were looked at as a pariah because they have HIV, people feel that they should be taken off the planet. So it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. And I'm sorry, but I have to come and say that. I have to.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to have some compassion for other people and not just think of ourselves. Like we have to. You can't, I mean, I say it all, and Cyndi says it all the time too. Like Cyndi and I are very much so opposite. What I'm getting ready to upload on my channel is somewhat of my story, and how I got here, which is absolutely crazy and nutty, but I say it all the time, as much as we are opposites, she lived very different. Like my dad chose
Oh,
to
I'm going to
bring
drop it. Sorry. Go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. My dad chose to move us out of New York. Cyndi was still in New York because we're close in age.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, would I be homeless if I was still in New York? I wonder that a lot. Like, how would I be? Would I have found someone and married someone? You assume so, but what would it be like,
Right.
And my dad moved us out of there because he said that it was bad at that time. And that was the late 80s. So he was afraid, scared to death, like he needed to be able to pay for Catholic school for two of us. And then when my mom got pregnant again with my sister, who was 4 years, we're all 2 years apart, with my sister, who was an accident, my dad's like, oh, fuck no, I'm not paying for school again, Catholic
Right.
school, we're moving to Florida. However, if he didn't do that, I could be in anyone else's shoes. And I know that. I'm not blind to that. I don't look down on it. I have no judgment. I love all people, race, color, demographics, status. It doesn't matter to me. I love all people. And I just wish that some would have a little bit more compassion. And even with me saying this, I have compassion for Tira if she truly is going through some sort of mental illness and needs to go inpatient. I say, girl, more power to you. Go on. But that doesn't change the fact that she put someone else in danger, which he's probably devastated. He was probably devastated when he got the diagnosis. Could you imagine, like, oh God, breaks my heart. It really
does. And I'm trying to copy this link, but every time I try to post it in the chat, it's
what link?
The link to the showing the federal.
Oh, the law.
Yeah, I took screenshots of it. I'm just gonna put it on my community tab. Actually, right now.
Okay, there
I'm gonna
you go.
drop the link. Hold on. Hold on. Let me copy the link, guys. Hold on.
Ooh, Dom's coming up. This is a rare occurrence. Usually
sorry.
Cyndi doesn't.
Hi, Corn's mom. How are you?
I know.
Sorry, guys.
I love Corn's mom. She's always so sweet.
Me too. All right, hold on. Let me share this. Guys, I'm going to put it on my community tab. Shit. Alex, give me a second. Sorry, guys. Let me.
Oh, my God.
What?
Dina says, Selfie Queen Cyndi, my oldest brother, was in school with Robert, Ricky, and Randy Ray in the 80s. 3 brothers with the same condition who got HIV in Wedgefield. 2 died, and 1 was married and kids. Ugh.
Wow.
See, like, we're talking about something that takes people's lives beyond just the stigma of people looking at you like you're weird,
Yeah.
I hate that.
Hey, Dom.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Dom's up here.
He hear you.
Okay, there's my lovely sister. Okay. I didn't have a problem with your title, okay?
Right.
The problem that I had at the beginning, and I still kind of have right now, is this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not only, okay, number one, sharing anybody's medical information is illegal. Okay, I don't care if it's HIV, I don't care if it's syphilis, I don't care if it's because you have a cold.
Yes.
It's illegal, it's not ethical, it's against the law.
Right.
When you were talking about, outing someone else's status, my thing was this. You're new to the community that I've been hanging out with,
Mm-hmm.
and a while back there was a gay guy that was in the community who was HIV, but
Oh, we know. Yeah.
he weaponized his HIV status
Okay.
against
Yes.
everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. I saw it. Yep, he sure did.
And that whether or not either way you look at it, it's wrong. The other thing that people don't understand is this. I remember when AIDS first came out in the 80s.
Right.
Nobody was doing anything. Not even the president was doing anything. The president at the time was just overlooking it.
Yep.
But whenever there's a new disease, everybody thinks, oh, the gays brought it over. Or the disease is because of the gays.
Right.
HIV isn't just the only stigma in this world. It isn't.
Of course not.
People thought Covina was spread because of gay people.
What?
People think monkeypox is being spread because of gay people.
Right.
Whenever there is a new disease or a recurring disease or an anomaly disease, we are always the first to blame. That has not changed. And for somebody to go out there and literally out somebody because of their status, you're making an already bad situation worse.
Yes. Yes, we agree
cannot
wholeheartedly.
do that.
That's our point.
I'm gay. Okay, for people who don't know, I'm gay. Okay, I'm gay.
Gays,
Right.
But
gays, Dom's gay, everybody. And we like
In case
him
you
gay
didn't know,
or not.
Yes. Yes. Doesn't matter. Right. To us.
here is the thing, though. Here's the thing that I do know, and I do know this personally, because I do have HIV friends. They are scared to get with somebody because they're afraid they're going to pass it on.
Yeah.
You can take all the precautions in the world,
Right.
but my friends don't want to live with the guilt if something happens. Because they're always saying condoms are not 100% effective. Drugs are not 100% effective. And it only takes one accident or one incident. Maybe I should have worded that differently. I'm sorry. It takes one time to change another person's life for the rest of their life.
Right.
And for anybody to make somebody's life even more miserable is very low and very disgusting.
Right.
You cannot do that.
No.
It's not just, I can agree to a point that it's a safety issue, but it's not just a safety issue. You are going to perpetuate misinformation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You are going to perpetuate the stigma that only certain people can get it. And that is wrong. Anybody can get any disease.
Exactly. Yes.
Anybody.
Yes,
Right.
I agree with you, Dom. That's why we're so upset. It's not fair. It's not fair to this man to have to go through that. And whether Tara dealt with what she dealt with or not, do I believe it? My opinion, not Cindy's or anyone else in here. I do not. However, what she did to this man,
Yeah.
according to his ad and him even outing that he has security cameras, outside, and she would always say that she needed to go outside in order to be able to talk, and she can't go in the kitchen or whatever the
But
case
here's
may
the
be,
thing
and she
with
rented rooms.
here's the thing with her though. Okay, we all know this. She is one of the most problematic YouTubers on YouTube. We have
Oh yeah.
seen what she can do to people. You just have to disagree with her the slightest, and she will literally destroy you.
Hmm.
I've seen what she can do. She literally can turn anything into a mountain of problems. She has a way to manipulate the situation into her favor. And that is wrong. And for anybody listening to her or to even support her rants, you're not helping the matters either. You're not helping it. You're perpetuating the problem. You know, look at who I used to support. I won't say his name.
Right.
But look what he did. It's no different than what she is doing.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
just using a, how should I say this? She is using somebody's
Vulnerability.
vulnerability, there you go, against him. And she's weaponizing it.
Right.
You can, not only are you, outing him as, a gay man, which, in some states still is dangerous, you're also doxing the ad, which
Yeah. Right.
gets out
Yes.
information.
It was basically doxed because people only had to put in a few keywords. And honest to God, swear to God on my children, I did not do that. It was
No.
people who came to
She
me
did it.
and
Yeah.
said, "Oh, here's the ad. Read
But
Yeah.
it.
here's the
Here's the
thing. Here's the
person.
thing.
Read it." I'm like, oh my
Here's the
God.
thing, though, with that, I don't know if anybody understands what's going on in the world today, but for the first time in decades, hate crimes are at an all-time high.
Yes.
Whether you're a person of color, whether you're gay, whether your religion doesn't match up to somebody else's. For the first time in decades, hate crimes are up.
Yep.
All it takes
Yep.
is one person who has a grudge against somebody to go boom. And it doesn't matter if that person knows that person personally or not. They don't have to know you personally to hate you.
True. True that.
That's true. Yeah, they can pick
True
any
that.
little thing and they're mad at. And it seems that way. My daughter and I were having a talk about how, she's in college, and she was saying that it seems like on social media, people are getting meaner and meaner. They're
Yeah.
going further and further, like deeper and deeper. They're trying to infiltrate your real life and screw up whatever you have going on in your real life for this little, like, almost make-believe world on YouTube. Things
Yeah.
you're just talking about on social media, and you're like Cyndi and I do. We get up here, we talk our bullshit. I know you do too, Dom. And we just say how
Yeah,
we're
but I do
feeling.
it more colorful than you two do it. More colorful.
Yes, yes, I will agree with that. It's a bit more it's even more colorful than me. It's even, like I said when we were getting started, my middle name is like Ruffle Feathers, right? But
Right.
Dom's is like, Dom's middle name is Dom. I'm gonna gonna drop some fucking bombs, and this is last name.
The rhymes too, hey.
I know. That's his name. That's his name. Like,
Right.
he'll say it, say it. Me, I'm like, this is what's bothering me. This is what I believe. This is what I don't. And
Right.
why I don't, and I'll be completely transparent and honest. And I'm not saying this is fact, because this is just in my mind a conspiracy, you know.
Right.
My quotes motherfucking conspiracy, end quote,
JJ, I cannot with you, girl.
is I think putting up the YouTube or the link to donations, whether it's through GoFundMe or whatever, Cash App, whatever the case may be. She did a video, which she's never done before, a few days prior to that, about someone who is homeless and gained 100,000 subscribers very, very quickly for live streaming while homeless. Then all of a sudden we're hearing about how he can't live with this man because of his HIV status, and he lays on the couch. And then the next video, oh, he now has HIV and I can't handle it, and blah blah blah, and I want to kill this man and bury him in the garden, which is fucking disgusting. Like, that's not a normal thing to say. Then we hear that she is checking herself into some sort of inpatient rehab, which I do not shun anyone for that. I don't. If that's what you need, God bless you, and go for it.
Everybody, because I don't like anybody.
Yeah, like I do counseling once a week, therapy. I find it to be amazing, and it's helped me in so many ways, because let's face it, as human beings, like, we all want to say it's all in our childhood or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. At one point in our lives, we suffer some sort of trauma, you know, and that carries with us, and we have to be cognizant of that, because the way that she's doing now is like, okay, this homeless person, they gained 100,000 subscribers, blah, 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 blah. Then it was, oh, this man don't have good internet. It's so far away. I can't drive anywhere. And she doesn't have a car, right? Then it's, he didn't disclose his status to me. I'm disgusted. I'm going to bury him in the garden. Oh, I'm so pissed off. As if her room, she's going to catch it for breathing or something.
Speaking of which, okay, so I do have to make a correction here, because it was brought up a while back. But in California, if you have HIV, you don't even have to disclose it to your partner.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
You don't. Yeah, in California, they got rid of that. If you have HIV, you don't have to disclose it.
Yeah, California is a little too liberal for me. I can't handle that. Like, I get it, protecting the person, but you should also, if you're protected, be protecting others. In my opinion,
I agree.
You know, and if you're not using,
to not put anybody else at risk.
Well, see, you know, I'm on. You know what? You know, it's a twofold for me, and I'm gonna be called a hypocrite here. Okay, I don't care. Call me a hypocrite. I'll stand up.
Call
You know,
you
I'll
one.
take the title. I can understand the point of, you know, California getting rid of it, but at the same time, you also have to have a safety measure so people who don't have it don't get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's kind of like the don't ask, don't tell law that the military had. That does not work.
Right. It doesn't.
Right. It doesn't. It's ridiculous.
You know, they got rid of it as a way to protect people with HIV from getting outed, but at the same time, it puts other people at risk.
Yes.
Because you're literally depending on the person to tell their partner if they have it or not.
Yes.
And let's be honest, men are not ever fucking honest.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean some definitely aren't, but you know, if Tira was going to sleep with this man or she did sleep with this man, you would think that that would be something important to say, you know? Not because then yes, it's freaking wrong. It's wrong. You don't if you've got HIV, you know, and you're sleeping with someone, you have an obligation to tell them. But to
I feel
just
the
get
same.
mad
I feel the same
feels
way.
very, very like prejudice against someone with a disease, or
Yes,
you
it
know, I
seems
can't
like
even
bigotry. It
find
seems like bigotry. Yes.
bigotry. Right,
Yeah,
right. I can't even
it's
find the right
bigotry, but
words.
at the same time, I feel like it's homophobic.
Yes. I agree on that level too. I do too. I'm sorry, but I do.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree because people look at it right away. If someone, even that Ryan White, you know, he was a kid. He was a
Right.
kid. He was what, 11, 12 years old and a
Yeah, he was a baby.
hemophiliac. So he
He
had
was
to
a
get,
baby.
you know, yeah, he had to get blood transfusions. And this was in the 80s when, you know, not a lot was known and they were doing blood transfusions and not really
Yes.
testing for it. And that's what
Nope.
he got. He got it.
Yes.
And they treated him like garbage.
Very,
So
very
he
Yes.
sued them just to be able to attend school. How sad.
And
But
that's
that little
terrible.
boy made a legacy for himself. And like I'm
And
talking
for
about it
others.
here and
And
now.
for
And for
others.
others,
Yes.
right. Others know now that, you know, it's, and they showed that movie as to be an awareness thing of just because someone has HIV, if you sit next to them or you go to the bathroom or whatever,
Well,
you're
see,
not going to
you know
catch
what?
it.
I remember the whole propaganda back from the 80s. I still have the propaganda from the 80s. Believe it or not, I have a box of the propaganda material that they used to give out where everybody had to be a certain amount of feet away from somebody. You had to be complete in PPE gear.
Right.
You had to sanitize everything after you dealt with somebody. I have stuff like that in a box as a reminder of where we've been. And what I mean by where we've been, I mean us as gay people,
Right.
you know. But I have that as a reminder in hopes that we don't go back to that day. But then you've got people like Fat Ass over there with the big fucking mouth
Oh my God.
who is helping with misinformation, leading us back to that time.
Yes.
Yeah. I get it. And
And that was Dom's opinion about the
like,
first
I
part.
don't give a fuck about someone's weight. I really don't. Like,
Right.
if
No love,
anybody
no
wants to
love.
Okay,
know,
look, I
like,
was not fat shaming her. I'm just calling her a fat ass.
That's
Okay?
listen, that's your
I
opinion
get
and I'm
it.
good with it. I get it. Yep.
I'm not fat shaming her.
Trust me.
I don't know what she looks like. I've never seen her on cam. Okay? I don't
No,
know
that's
what she
right.
looks
Me
Cam.
like.
either. Never seen her full body either. That's true. Yeah. Not that it matters to me.
All I've seen is her
Seen
face where
her.
she looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah, I've seen her, and I don't have no comments on that.
Right.
You know, I've made some shady comments in the past, and that wasn't
But she
really
still
me to
has a
say
big
that.
mouth. She still has a big mouth.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
That I agree.
I
That
do.
I agree 1,000.
Yeah, I don't even deny it for 1 second. I've got a big old mouth, and I say what I'm feeling at the moment. But typically, the reason I don't go after looks is because I just don't normally, so it doesn't come in my head to think that way. Like,
Yeah, but you
I
know
need to
what?
go
Out of
after
all of
the
us, I'm the petty
action.
one here, okay?
Yeah.
I'm the petty one.
No, no,
Hey,
but
you can
sometimes
be
I want
petty
to say
pants.
some shit too. I'm a kid
Yes.
of the 90s,
Yes.
right? I was in the
Right.
80s, in the late 80s. I was 10 years old, 11 years old. I'm a kid of Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, aiming for the jugular with jokes. So I could go there. Sometimes I don't go there because I don't want to do that. Because once I go there, I feel like once I pass that plateau, there's no coming back. You know what I mean? So I try to keep it there. Like, okay, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, you know. But trust me, Dom, I know, because sometimes I want to say some shit. Trust me.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Sometimes I
We're
want to say
kids
some
of the
shit.
90s. We
see,
don't get
okay,
our
this is
feelings
how you could
hurt.
tell that, me and Cindy and JJ are not related. They have morals and scruples. Me, I just don't give a fuck.
Listen here, listen. There are times I don't give a fuck either. When I'm really mad,
Yeah.
even Cyndi, when she's
Yeah.
really mad, she kind of sees black, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
I do.
shit,
I
it's
do.
the really pissed off Cyndi.
Yeah.
You know, we all have it in us. I would just, for other people to listen, I want them to listen to the fact that it's illegal and immoral
Yes.
to hurt
Yes.
someone
It
like this.
is. And
And
there's
it's
no reason to hurt. There was no reason. She
None.
wasn't
no.
going to sleep with him. He
Right.
wasn't going to sleep with her.
Right.
He wasn't even remotely interested in her.
Right.
And
Right.
she outed him for no freaking reason. And you know what? If she didn't want to live in that area, or if she didn't want to live in that room, why did she rent it? You know what? I'm on the agreement here. If you don't like where you live, get a damn job.
Right.
Go someplace where you do want to live.
I agree.
If you had an issue that he had HIV, that is your issue. That's not on him.
That's not
on
on
him.
him.
You
That's
could
right.
have gotten. You could have said, "Look, this is not going to work. I have to go." No, you could have done that, but no. What did you do? You outed him.
Yes. Yes.
And
And
that
like
was wrong.
the artsy nurse says it was such a big deal when Princess Diana hugged HIV patients because of the stigma.
Yes.
Exactly. And this is exactly what Tara did. And she made it sound like this man transferred it to her just by shaking a hand. And I'm blown away by that. Like,
I
is
am
it
too.
not
I am
2022?
too.
Are you that ignorant and uneducated that you would get on your platform and give many clues to who it could be and out this man's status?
Look, we had look. Okay, you know what? I'm not saying that HIV is just for gay people. Okay, my
That's
point
not right.
is that when you're and I have to use this term because technically it's a legal term. When you're a minority, whether you are gay, whether you're a person of color, whether
Yep.
you're Puerto Rican, whether
Yep.
you're Hispanic, you are at a higher risk for a hate crime and violence against you.
Yes.
You are and when you add HIV or some other disease into the mix where people already have it in the back of their head that oh well, only gay, it's only a gay thing, so if I a gay person, maybe we can stop it. There are people that already have these ideas in their head.
Exactly.
You cannot
Exactly.
perpetuate it.
No,
You
you
cannot.
can't.
You cannot go, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna out this person. No, you don't do that.
No, you don't. You don't have the right to do that. And it did. It started off with them saying that black men, right, people of color were transmitting HIV. Then it went
Yep.
to gay
Because
men.
they slept
and,
with
and
monkeys.
yes,
Because
and
they
black
slept with
gay men.
monkeys or
Correct
apes.
myself
Right, then
That's
on
what
that.
they
right, then
said.
it
You
became
were
black gay
right, Pell
men,
Raven. You were right, Pell Raven. You were right. It started with the people of
people of
color
color. Yeah,
sleeping with monkeys. Then it was perpetuated as a gay disease.
yes. And now,
Mhm.
but the facts are that young people are the highest demographic of people contracting HIV, because of unsafe sex or, all these other reasons. So if you look at it, it's not a gay disease. That was a thing in the 80s that people thought that was this ignorant propaganda that was pushed to
Well, there
everybody.
are still people that say that
Oh,
HIV is
definitely.
God's punishment for gay people.
Oh, definitely. I was going to say that by the religious groups that feel like, you're going to hell if you're gay or whatever, all that, nasty shit, right? Um, and I always say this because I think that each one of us as content creators have an obligation. You have a moral obligation to be careful of the information you put out into the world. You may, no
Yeah.
matter how big or small your platform is, like let's say I only have 1K subscribers, right? So I'm like, oh, my reach is only 1K. You never know who may come across your video, may share your video, and now it doesn't matter. And one person too much hearing misinformation, hearing dangerous information is one person too many. You know,
Yeah.
somebody's HIV status being outed is one person hearing that is dangerous. But people are truth sleuths now, right? They go and they're able to find all this stuff. That man's physical well-being is put at risk, his livelihood, because now future tenants may not want to live there who are bigots as well, or afraid or fearful, uneducated, all these things. All she had to do was move out. She wasn't living there anymore. You know, now if he was committing crimes, videotaping her, that's something totally different. That still does not have anything to do with his HIV status at all.
No, it
At all,
doesn't.
at all, at all.
It doesn't. It has nothing to do with it. And like I said, my opinion, do I believe it? Hell no. You did a few videos prior talking about a homeless person who gained 100,000 subscribers and now suddenly you're homeless. Like, I don't, right? Like, I'm not
It's
easily
just mind-boggling,
manipulated.
JJ, because had it been me, had I come here and asked for help to move,
Mhm.
I would have been raked over the coals, like raked over them, face
You would have.
first.
It
Yeah,
was
but at
done
the same
before.
time, she put herself in this position.
Definitely, definitely, I understand that.
You cannot feel sorry for her when
Yes.
she put herself in this position. Now I will get castrated for this one. I don't care. Or castrated. I don't care. Ostracized from. I don't care.
We're gonna cut
But
your
here's
balls
the
off.
thing: if you're asking for help, Cyndi, you're asking for help
Right,
because you need help.
right.
With Big Mouth over there, she stuck her foot in her mouth, and now she wants other people to pay for her own stupidity.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, you know. And here's the thing, though. I don't fault her for asking for help. I don't fault
No, me
anyone
either.
for asking for help. What the problem is when you judge others and do videos on others, calling them grifters and talking about them needing help. And boom, you'll make a video on it. But then suddenly you come along with a link because you need money for either like moving expenses or a pet that needs something done, or you know, the vet bills, whatever the case may be. I don't fault anyone for asking for help when they need it. I fault people who are hypocritical, that make fun of others that need
Right.
help, and
Yes,
then suddenly they do. When they don't get
that's
it,
JJ's issue, right?
that is my issue, and I call it fucking karma. Hate me for it, but that's the way I look at it. I don't look
Karma.
down on anyone
No.
because that could be me
Yes.
very easily, and I never take that for granted or lose sight of that. So, an asshole who has almost nothing shaming someone else for needing help when they suddenly need help because they have fucking nothing, it's all of a sudden, you know, it's a
Yep.
horrible thing. This is what I need. I need the help. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. I'm not asking for money, but here's my link to either GoFundMe or Cash App or whatever the case may be. I mean,
Right.
that bothers me. It bothers me because I've seen it over and over again. She
Yep.
also made fun of Dina for weaponizing, you know, I stay in quotes, her mental health. Here, yet we are in the same conversation about being homeless, needing to go or possibly go inpatient for mental health issues. Man, we
Exactly.
don't
And
fucking need
Valerie,
to
you're
know that.
right. Valerie, you're right. And everything you've said here is spot on. We have so much compassion for people with cancer. I hope to see the same compassion for AIDS addiction one
Yes.
day. So do I.
Yes.
So do I. You know what I mean?
Same.
That would be my happiest that would make me so happy. You know, that people with addiction, it stopped being weaponized against them. People with HIV, hepatitis C, all of these things would stop. It would stop being weaponized against them. And this is why these kinds of conversations are so important. Because if one person that may have had a closed mind to HIV or to addiction leaves with an open mind and leaves with a changed heart, then that's all it takes for that person then to spread the positive message or to spread the knowledge and the education to someone else. And that is how the world is changed, one person at a time. You know what I mean? And I just think I've seen it so many times. Dina was talked shit about, she uses her mental health, all this stuff. It was said that we wanted her off this planet. None of us ever said that. That is
Never.
emotional manipulation. But
Yep.
anybody else that she feels is doing that. Like when my stream on Saturday, when I was vulnerable and I was sharing, had somebody felt like that was emotional manipulation, and it wasn't. It was me being vulnerable. And
No, right.
it's okay for people to be vulnerable. It's okay for Tira to be vulnerable. But
Yeah.
the issue lies when you don't have any empathy or compassion for somebody else when they're vulnerable, but you expect all this grace to be extended to you when you're being vulnerable. And it's a totally different thing when you're in need or when you open that door. But when somebody else does, it's negative and they're not being authentic. That is the issue I have. And that's when it becomes a problem for me. Honestly, it becomes a serious problem for me.
Well,
And
the other
I'm
problem
tired
that
of it.
I see in the entire, and I'm not saying this for everybody, okay? So
Right.
please don't take this as, I'm throwing everybody in here in one lump, because I'm not.
Right.
This has nothing to do with any one person in general or any
Right.
group in general.
Right.
But I've noticed that people online tend to define a person because of their addiction or
Yeah.
because of their status or because
Yes.
of, you know, their elements that they have. You don't, just because somebody has cancer or just because somebody is an addict
Right.
or or is in recovery or or just because somebody is an alcoholic, etc., etc., it does not define who they are. It's just part of who they are, but it's not the whole part of them, if that makes sense.
Right.
No, it
I get
does.
it.
And,
It does
you
make sense.
know, yeah, I completely agree. It doesn't. And I was just saying this today. Like, it seems like people online want to put people in a box, and there's only two boxes, right? Like, there's the left or the right, that those are the boxes. That's it. And there's nothing in between. Well, that's not reality. We have people that are quirky and we look at them like they're quirky. Okay, they're goofy or whatever.
Right.
And some people will pick on them for that and do specific videos downing them for that, as if they're horrible people
Oh no,
just
Jessica.
because they think differently or they see the world differently. And
Look,
that is so frustrating. Like, nobody's black or white.
Right.
That's
There's
not
a
the
lot of
world.
gray. There's a lot of gray.
Yes,
Right.
there's a ton of gray, more gray than there ever will be black or white. We all
Yes.
have our pros and our cons. And online, it seems like if there's a con, someone is going to exploit that shit to no end.
Yeah.
They're going to milk it for every single drop they can. And that's
look,
so
at the
sad.
risk of outing myself and people weaponizing. Look, one of my boyfriends is addicted to the M word. Uh,
Right.
you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
I don't let it define him, but I don't. He's a great guy. Look, you know what? I'm just gonna say this: you cannot help an addict until they're willing to help themselves.
True.
Okay. But with him, we've got an understanding. He doesn't do it around me. I don't pay for it. He
That's
wants it.
right.
He's got to work for it.
Right.
My point is, though, is I let him be who he is. I don't let the drug define who he is.
Right.
I don't look at him and go, "Oh, well, you're just an in head. You're not worth anything." I don't do that.
Right. And you shouldn't. That's not who he is on a whole. You know what I mean?
He's a human being, and he has to be treated as a human being.
Of course.
But at the same time, I'm limited on what I can do.
That's right.
I can't help him until he's ready to help himself. And I've been down this road with a lot of people questioning, well, if you loved him, you would force him to do it. I'm not
No,
going to
you
force
can't. You
I'm
can't.
not going
Yeah.
to force him
You
when
can't.
he's not ready.
Right.
And until he's ready, I'm not going to dump him either.
Right.
This is what a lot of people, not a lot, but I've had a few people DM me going, well, why don't you just leave him?
No.
Why would I leave him? Why would
Oh, that's terrible.
that would be, I'm trying to word this the right way. I'm trying to word this the right way without being an asshole. But I'm an asshole anyway, so you know what? Y'all know that.
But so am I.
But, why would I, walk away from him when at the same time I'm probably the only one holding him up?
Right. Exactly.
Does that make
Everybody
sense?
needs support, even
Mhm.
people caught in their active addiction, they need support. If think about it, if everybody that was in active addiction had everybody turn away from them, what motivation would they have to get their life back? And not to say that you shouldn't have your boundaries, or that if you chose to leave him getting clean or still using is on your shoulders. It isn't. But everybody
Mm-mm.
needs support. And everybody, and only you know how far you're willing to support somebody. And I think that's an individual thing, but
The
addicts
only thing
need
that
love
I
and
can
support too.
literally look, there are boundaries. He knows what the boundaries are.
Yes.
He knows what will happen if he breaks the boundaries. He hasn't broken the boundaries, but he, at the same time, I'm not going to walk away from him
Yes.
when I'm probably the only one that still believes in him.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm not going to take away the only, and I hate to say this, but it's probably the only analogy I can think of because I'm kind of loopy at the moment.
Right.
I'm kind of like his security blanket. Why would you take away somebody's security?
You're right. You're right. You
Why?
wouldn't. You wouldn't. Not if, you know, I couldn't. I couldn't. I'll say it like that. Hi, Wind Whispers. Hi,
I
Miss
mean,
Mickey.
Hey.
whether he fails or succeeds, he knows I'm gonna be there.
Right.
Love isn't easy, okay? Love
It
isn't
isn't.
easy.
It
Oh
isn't.
my God, it's not. No,
But
of course. Even the best relationships, it's still not easy. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
as long as he knows that I am there, and I told him, I'm not gonna force you to go into recovery. You're gonna have to want to do that on your own. And I told him, I cannot be your reason for going into recovery.
No,
No,
you
because it
can't.
won't last. It
It won't.
won't
It's
last
got to be
forever.
for you. If it's not
Yes.
for you,
I
it's not going to
it's
work.
gotta be for you. You
Yes.
gotta want it.
Yes.
But you know what? You're gonna have to make that choice.
Yep.
And when you're ready to make that choice, I'll be there for you. But
That's
I'm still there
beautiful.
for him right now. You know,
Love you,
he,
Dina.
Yes,
he
love you.
we all have our off days, but
Yes. Yeah.
there
You're right.
he has his good, he has his bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it doesn't his addiction doesn't define him.
No. No. It shouldn't. It shouldn't, because we all have pieces of who we are, and that one thing doesn't define us. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Yep. I mean, the point of this was basically to say, Tira, what you did was not only morally wrong, illegally wrong.
It
You're
was.
harming someone, whether
Yes.
people believe you or not, with the other bullshit. We're not even taking that into account. It doesn't
No.
matter. Everybody has different opinions on that.
Yes.
But the opinion of it's illegal and morally wrong to out someone's
It's
HIV
also
status.
ethically wrong.
Yes.
It is.
Ethically
It
wrong.
Yes, it
It is
is. Yes,
wrong.
in every way it's wrong. There's nothing right about it. I don't care if you're scared or not. You don't get online and tell someone and give them very clear clues to where you're at, to the point that they're able to pull up the ad of the room for rent that you had. That's why we're not showing it. We have it copied, we have all the proof, but we're not showing it because we do not want to perpetuate that. We would show all of you and prove
Yes.
to
And
all
add
of you
further
what she's
harm
been saying.
to this situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And we talked about that pretty extensively. Like, should we, shouldn't we? No,
Yeah.
we're not going to,
No.
because
No.
we decided, it would make things worse for
We're
the
no
man.
better, right? If we show
Yeah.
that information, we're no better.
Right. So we got it. So don't try to deny you did what you did and said what you said.
We have it.
Don't.
We do
Because
have
we
it.
got it, girl. We got it. And it's just, it's wrong. And I hope that you remove every video you did about this man. I don't give a shit
So.
if it's on your real channel or your second
secondary
channel
doesn't
or
matter.
your 100th channel. We don't give a
Right.
fuck. Remove it. It's illegal and it's
We won't.
wrong in
Yeah.
every way.
Yeah, we won't 50 Shades. Trust me, there's limitations, and there's so many times that we could have proven situations that we weren't liars about situations. Had we
Right.
just shown proof, and we refused to do that because the bigger picture was that it would be damaging to people. We would prove ourselves right, but the long-term damage to people's lives had real consequences, not just YouTube consequences.
Exactly.
So we're not going to do that. And doing
Exactly. Like
this-
ricochet, like
Yes.
falling like dominoes consequences.
Yes, and we're not going to do
And
that.
it was so fucking hard. It was like basically we were begged to put it out there
Yes.
by the person. They knew we're like not those kind of people that would do that. Although we
And I
can.
promise people this will be the last time I crash Cyndi and JJ's live.
No, you're good. I know.
No, she
These are
wouldn't have
long.
dropped the link if she didn't want you up here, Dom. You're
I
fine.
wouldn't have. Done.
No,
I'm sorry.
she wouldn't
I
have.
would have dropped it earlier, but I talk a lot, so I get caught up, and
Me too.
I
talk
can't wait for
shit,
Dina
bro.
either to do special effects makeup. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
you know what? I've come to the conclusion that, if I'm gonna hang around you women, I'm gonna have to have several pairs of socks ready just so I can just stick it in your mouths. Here you go.
That might not work. Listen.
Nah, we can mumble. We can mumble through those socks.
I'm pretty good at being a ventriloquist. But
Right.
yeah, but I appreciate you coming up, Dom, and adding to this conversation. And again,
Well, I had to come up here because, it's not just, people think that HIV and STDs is like a one-off. No, it affects minorities more so than any other group.
yes.
Because there is a stigma around minorities as it is.
Yep.
Yes.
And there's prejudices against minorities.
Yes.
Yes.
So whether you're a gay, gay, lesbian, an LGBTQ, or Hispanic, or
Right.
Asian, or a person of color, you double yourself as a target when you add an STD into the mix.
You're right.
You
Yep.
you make yourself more vulnerable.
Yes, I agree. You're right. And that's what we have to be aware.
This is sad but true. And please, ladies and gentlemen, don't take this the wrong way, okay? But it's the truth. When a straight person gets a disease, people go, "Oh my God, I am so sorry." But the moment a gay person gets it, it's like, oh well, that's God punishing you.
No, you're right. That's true. That's said a lot.
Absolutely.
You're 100%
Absolutely.
right.
It
You're right.
absolutely. I've
Or
heard
like
that
when a
too.
drug
And
addict gets something, they're like, oh, they caused it, they brought it on themselves. Same thing
yeah.
happens with gay people. It's true. There's just certain people and demographics of people that are seen as pariahs in
Hmm.
society. And again, that's why it's important for these types of conversations to be had, to try to do away with those kind of stigmas, you know? Can't add to it. We can't be part of the problem. And in some, we can be petty, right? We've all said petty shit. But when it comes to the important things, it's imperative to try to put out the right information.
It is. I've been, I bounce from, community to community. We all know this
Yeah,
because, I like
it's
being,
great.
I like seeing what's out there, but the stigma against diseases and addiction and all of that is more prevalent against minorities than any other. You don't see people going out there and making the same accusations. And like I said, I hate to say it, but you don't see the same stuff if you're a white person who is straight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Right away, it's thought that that's it. And, when I was growing up, I automatically thought like gay men in a movie theater because that was what was put out to us in the way that AIDS was or HIV was spread. Like gay men that didn't even know a man in a movie theater watching like a porn, probably, the
Right.
70s, 80s porn, whatever. They're watching it and they get with some dude in a movie theater. And that was perpetuated, unfortunately,
Yes.
when that happened in the movie Philadelphia, because that's how he actually contracted it. And it was put that way to us, like men
Yes.
that are gay, in like an alleyway or dark
Right. But it,
space or
but it,
whatever.
JJ, but it also, they knew what they were doing. It also put it in a way that gay men are perverts and it's
Yes,
dark and
yes,
seedy and all
yes.
this
Right,
terrible things, so that you have
right.
this subconscious image of what
Yes.
being gay is, and that is disgusting. And I'm glad that slowly but surely we're starting to see that that is a falsehood. But Wind Whisper said there's a commercial out that is confusing regarding AIDS. Because of it, I had to explain to my child that not only gay people get AIDS, and that is
Wow.
the truth. It's sad, and
Wow.
in a lot of these ads, still now today, you see, you know what? And I'm sorry, guys. Listen, they'd be like, they're using the race card. Fuck you. But
Hey,
I
I
still
used the
see
race
ads.
card already, okay? So you can yell at the white boy over here. I'm white and I use the race card, y'all. Yeah.
No, but Dom, I see so many ads still for antiretroviral medications, which is HIV medications. And in the ads, it's a lot of gay couples and people of color. The
What?
majority, yes, yes. And the majority are gay people of color in these ads on the antiretroviral medications.
Oh my
The
God.
majority are people of color and gay people of color that are talking about taking HIV medications and all this stuff. So the stigma is still very present. And people don't realize that these ads put this, they stamp this image, this visual image into our minds that we forever associate HIV and AIDS with people of color and gay people of color and all this other stuff. And it's done to do it in a subconscious way that embeds that in our minds, and it's still done to this day. I see it
Yes,
all
it
the
is.
time. Me and Alex watch these commercials and we're like, look, people of color, look, gay people of color, look, this is ridiculous, and we see it all the time. Hey, Megs, how
I
are you?
know. I see Megs.
But
Um,
yeah, this is sick and it's tiring, but that is just how it is. Sadly, we have to educate people, you know. We have to be the
Yeah.
change we want to see in the world. We have to
And
be.
we unfortunately witness in real time someone being a bigot and prejudiced towards someone just because they themselves are ignorant and don't know better.
Yep.
It's wrong, and what you did, I don't give a fuck what your comeback video will be.
I
You
don't
can
care.
call me a
Sorry.
bitch up and
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
If
Me too.
I'm considered a bitch for telling you not to fucking out somebody's medical status, I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. Call me a bitch. I'm a
Yeah.
bitch, then I'll wear that
Me
name
too.
all day. I'm a bitch. Hi, I'm
Me
a
too. I don't
bitch.
care. I don't care. I don't watch the videos. Like I
No.
said, it was sent to me. Questions were brought to me by people that were really upset. People that were really
Mm-hmm.
upset. They brought it to my attention. I was like, wait, what? I had no idea. No idea. And then I researched it. I looked it up. I was like, oh, this is not okay. This is not okay. I'm sorry. And it's just a coincidence that we've had an issue with Tira. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
we're not looking like, who, how can I get at her? No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Do you?
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? But this shit,
Irrelevant.
no.
Irrelevant. I
Yeah,
mean, and I say that not even with shade, but I'm sorry. We've got
right.
other things and more important things to talk about until we hear you outing some man like this.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Sorry.
It's dangerous.
It's
And we
dangerous.
wanted to say it too, so that anyone who potentially is thinking about outing someone else's status, you may want to think twice. Because if the person hears it, you can be in a lot of trouble. JJ, whether he or she heated herself, you can be in a lot of trouble for it. Just think twice about it. Don't come at somebody for their medical stuff, their HIV status, any of that. Criminal sin, get in trouble on the platform. So it's not worth it. But I don't. I guess JJ's my Wi-Fi is acting stupid too. I know it yeeted. It yeeted. Yes, disgusting, illegal, and dangerous. I agree. Hi, Becky Sue. How are you? Welcome. So again, there she goes. JJ, what the hell you threw yourself?
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay. But just we have to stop this. We have to stop this shit. Whatever your reasoning for it, there's no justification for that. For
No,
outing
there's no
somebody's HIV
justification for it at
status.
all.
No. There's no
No.
justification. There's no rationale. It's gross and it's illegal. It's illegal and it's fucked up, man. It's fucked
Yeah,
up. So
it is.
anything else you guys want to add before we end this stream? Because we've been here 2 hours and 30 minutes, guys.
No, no, I'm good. I mean, I think I said
No,
everything
I
I
said
wanted
what
to
I had to
say.
say.
Yeah.
It's wrong, and go ahead with your comeback, clapback video, whatever, because there's no defending what you said and did. None.
There isn't.
So
And
we won't pay attention to it.
no, we won't. And Tira, I wish you the best. If you go into treatment, I wish you the best sincerely. Sincerely, I wish you the best. I hope you get whatever you're looking for. It is what it is. Anyway, whatever.
Right,
I'm gonna leave
right,
it at that
right.
before I say something I'm gonna regret. Dom, I
Mhm.
thank you for coming up here, my
Yes,
brother.
I promise I won't crash the party next time.
No, you're always welcome. Dom, stop
You're
that shit.
good.
You're always welcome. And JJ, thank you, Manita, for being here
You
again,
guys
guys.
have a great night.
Thank you,
Yes,
you
you
too.
too.
Anybody who watches this, if you've gotten this far, thank you for getting this far. Just please keep an open mind while you're watching this. JJ, check your
Yo.
Twitter DMs from Shay.
I know I did. I don't have nothing. She told me and I don't have nothing, but
She said it's
I
urgent.
will. Oh, it's urgent?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Sorry, guys. Just want to see if it's something she may need to say here. She left. JJ yeeted herself yet again. I guess, to check, she has to yeet herself. But anyway, anybody who got this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. This wasn't to, kick somebody when they're down, but that gentleman can be in danger. It was very easy for people to find the ad, which has his address, and now his HIV status is out there. And there may be people that are not okay with that. So yeah, it's very dangerous. It's not okay. That's not a small thing. That's not a nitpicky thing. That's a very, very dangerous and serious thing. Because there was a time where somebody wanted to hurt my sister. You know, it's dangerous. JJ, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm here. I clicked out. I looked at my Twitter and I still don't have nothing. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, she'll check it, and
Yeah.
hopefully she'll have something. Happy being me. Thank you. I love all you guys. Thank you for being here. Corn's mom, all you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for listening with an open mind. Hopefully we all learned something, right?
Yes, and if we have to address something on tomorrow or Friday or whenever we go live again,
Yeah.
we will. So if we have more information, we will definitely update it.
Yes. And usually we go live on Thursday, but we may do it Friday because whenever I pushed it back to Wednesday. So I like to do a day off, a day on because JJ works hard and I'm tired. So most likely it won't be tomorrow. We'll be back Friday evening for our Cancel Us stream.
Yeah, cancel us.
Yes. And the person did email me. The person that wanted to share their story on maintenance meds did email me their story. I will be reading it. Also, oh my God, I have something so cool. Real quick before we leave, I met somebody who's 62 years old, and today he was going into detox for the first time ever. And I was going to interview him, but I didn't. I felt like it was exploitative because he was waiting actually for his ride to take him to detox. He has 12 kids, 62 years old, first time ever trying to get clean. So I gave him my number. I said, please call me when you get out of detox. We'll do an interview. But I found someone who's going to do an interview on Friday with me. And I'm going to show you guys the interview. Yes, I'm going to interview somebody. They're going to talk about their addiction. They're still in active addiction. She's willing to talk to me. So we're going to talk on Friday. She's willing to show her face on camera and everything. So I'm going to do the interview Friday morning. And when we come live Friday evening, I will share the interview with you guys. So that'll be my first official interview of somebody in active addiction. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. I just want you to see a face to the stories that we tell. And hi, Dadal, how are you? So that'll be Friday. I'm excited. It'll be my first one. So I'm excited about it. And you get to see the story and see the person. And so that makes me happy. Okay, guys, again, I thank you all for being here. I love you. We will be back. So we won't be back tomorrow. We'll be back Friday. Friday evening, 6 to 6 Thursday. 6 to 6:30. And as always, JJ Manita, thank you so much. JJ, if you haven't subscribed, she's going to be uploading some videos and she's going to be doing some lives. So we will be over there. You know how we do. We back and forth. But she's going to start doing stuff on her channel. So I'm excited for that. So be on the lookout for that. Please have your notifications on with JJ so you don't miss when she goes live. Okay? But we'll be back Friday, please. We will see you Friday. Butterfly kisses, my girl. Like you. All right. Love you guys. Te quiero, te adoro. All that good stuff. Hasta luego. Nos vemos el viernes. See you Friday, right? Si Dios quiere. God willing. Love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support.
Love you.
To all my new subscribers. Love you guys. Bye, guys. Love you. See you Friday. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.